Okay, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Okay, folks, we're looking at direct proportion, and we got three examples here. Let's have a look at the first example. So, in this first example, we have been told that 5 sweets cost 35 pence. Once we know that piece of information, we need to now work out the cost of 20 sweets. Now, if we know the cost of 5 sweets, we can quite quickly work out the cost of 20 sweets by doing what, Moiz?
Times by
4. Because we got now 4 times the number of sweets. So what will happen to the cost, Moiz?
The cost will times by 4.
As well. If you increase the number of sweets by a factor of 4, then increase the cost by a factor also of 4. So what we do to the left hand side, we do to the right hand side. This is called direct proportion. So as the number of sweets increase by a certain number, the price also increases by the same number. Now 35 times by 4, to do that nice and quickly, we double it and then double it again. 35 double gives us
70.
70. 70 times by 2 will give us
140.
Well, £1.40.
okay, £1.40. Now since we got pence here, we can just leave it consistently as pence. That's fine. Example number 2. Two LCD TVs are being sold in a shop for £1,250. Okay, and a school or a big university, they need it for all the different departments, so they make an order of 200. Now, how do we get from 2 to 200, Bilal?
Times by 100.
Well done. So now it is, you're doing 100 times the 2. 2 times 100 is 200. Now, Bilal, what I do on the left hand side, I must do on the right hand side. Now, Mr. Mushab, now when we multiply 1250 by 100, how do we get that answer?
1,000.
So 1250, what do we do? We add
Another 0, so it's 125.
another 2 zeros to that whole number.
Oh my.
Okay, so that gives us a total of
125.
for a big university, it's not a big deal for all the different departments that they need it for. Okay, so those two questions are nice and quite quickly and easily. And let's have a look at the example number 3. It's a little bit different. Okay, it's a 2-step question. Now, 3 books are being sold in Waterstones for £24. We need to work out the cost of 11 books. Now, before we work out the cost of 11 books, we first of all need to work out the cost of 1 book. Because at the moment, the number 3 and the number 11, okay, and 11 is not a multiple of 3, so you can't multiply by a certain number easily to get 11. So what we do here, we work out the cost of one of the books first of all, and then the cost of the multi-books, the multi. So how do we get, okay, let's have Iqra. Iqra, how do we get from 3 books to 1 book? What do we do? We divide by
3.
Divide by 3. Any number divided by itself gives you 1. Now, okay, let's have Alishba. How do we get from 1 to 11, Alishba?
Times by 11.
Time by 11. Oh gosh, that's supposed to be 11 and it's turning to 10. Pardon me, folks. Now, what we do on the left-hand side, Mushab, we do on the right-hand side. Okay, so let's do that then. So divide that by 3 and then the answer
8
times it by 11. So 24, if we divide it by 3, will give us £8 for the cost of 1 book. 8 times by 11 will give us
88
for the cost of
pounds.
11. Okay. So now some questions, the easier ones will be style 1, example 1 and 2. We just straightforward multiplier or even a divided, but most of them multiplying. But example number 3 is one where 3 can't go directly into 11 easily, so we go from 3 to
1.
and then 1 to whatever the number is. Okay, are we happy with that? Okay. I'm going to give you 2 quick questions. We've got 5 minutes left within the lesson. 2 quick questions, yes.
You said that you're going to give me 2 people.
Someone will give me some. So here comes the 2 quick questions.
What's that?
Cars.
So 4 cars cost a total of £100,000.
What the heck?
They are cars.
They're real cars.
Oh,
Yes,
I
they're
thought it was
Okay.
cars.
Okay. So I want you now to work out the cost for me. Okay. That's your first question. Okay, don't shout it out, please. Do it nice and quietly, please. The next question we have. Okay, we have 8 Okay, umbrellas, and that cost us £88. I want you to work out the cost for me of,
Is that BT?
no, that says 8 umbrellas.
8R.
8, and that's an umbrella.
Not a T.
That's not a T, so that's like an umbrella. Okay, and then I would like you to work out the costs for me, and I need to show you the full working out of 11 umbrellas. I need to see the full working out. The second question here is like example number 3.
What does that number say there? Second number.
88,
No, the one.
100,000,
No,
11,
the one above it.
8.